Alright, I just had dinner and it's still the same day and I just really can't stop playing, guys. I'm really feeling it. So, hello everyone, welcome back to some more World of Warcraft. This is the first time since I've changed to the non-daily videos where I'm recording without having the comments from the previous one. So I'll probably keep this one exclusive to Upper Blackrock Spire so I can still use your input moving forward. So today the goal is going to be, just complete Upper Blackrock Spire and get some of the quests done. So first of all, there is Mayara Brightwing, who I did talk about a little bit in the previous video, I do believe, but then I mentioned it's like an Upper Blackrock Spire quest, so I didn't pick it up at that point. Well, right now, there isn't dialogue here apparently. There is a chamber high in Blackrock Spire that was once called the Hall of Fortune. It was where the Dark Iron Dwarves kept their relics, trophies, and objects of art. That was long ago. It is said that the hall has collapsed and is now used for less savory tasks. But I believe some old dwarven relics may still be found there. One such relic is Doom Rigger's clasp, with a surface so encrusted with rare gems that it was said to make weep any dwarf who gazes upon it. That clasp, BK, is your goal. So bring Doomringer's clasp to Mayara Brightwing in the Burning Steppes. We only got 99 silver, which is a little bit I guess, but hey, it's better than nothing and we're there anyway. Alright, so I did just scan through all of the available quests and there is, I think, 1 or 2 quests that I could grab, but they really give very mediocre rewards. One of them gives experience in gold and the other one gives some blacksmithing recipe, which is soulbound, that I just don't care about because I obviously don't run blacksmithing here. And they're both a quest chain, so you know what? I feel like I don't want to go grab those and I'll just stick with these 3. There is one more. Well, there's actually 2 more which start in the dungeon, and there is one more called Blackhand's Command, which I think is a very important quest, but it starts by looting something outside the Upper Blackrock Spire. So I guess we're kind of ready to go in, and I can always go back and complete it again if I do feel like I've missed out on a quest. So I'm gonna look for a party and hopefully go in right now. Well, that was quick. I hadn't been walking for more than 2 minutes or something, and I already have a party. And I know it's going to be a 10-man thing, so I don't know how this system works. I haven't really engaged with this too much. I think I can see all of them, so I think we just simply only have 6 so far, and once we have more, we'll be able to see more. I can disable subgroups, so I'm reckoning, yeah, so these are 5-man subgroups, I guess, and we're now 7 out of 7. Okay, interesting. Wait, so someone in my guild is linking this item here, which is called Alex's Test Breakdown Staff, which has 1 to 0 damage, but 840 spell power and healing power. I reckon this is like a link you could put down to an item that is like a development testing item that is actually not properly in the game, but someone probably like has the link to it or something. At least that's what I'm expecting. So I have no idea how hard the Upper Blackrock Spire is going to be, since it's a 10-man thing. It might be very different. So far Blackrock Depths has been somewhat difficult, then Lower Blackrock Spire was extremely easy, and I guess with Season Discovery gear I'm kind of expecting Upper to be kind of easy as well. I'm looking forward to doing some properly difficult content, but I guess I would have to be kind of like the first wave of people to be able to properly do that, so I'll have to do a lot of catching up if I want to get there. I should also really try and get my my ring rune, because there's one called Shadow Mastery, which I think gives me like a 6% damage mod on shadow damage, which is, just like a pure 6% damage boost, which sounds really big. So I would probably want to go and see if I can grab that, although I think last time I went there, I got completely murdered by a whole lot of level 60 elites. So I guess I'll have to find a party for that or something. I don't know. I feel like there's a world boss there as well, so I also want to engage with that system. Guys, every time, I know I keep saying this, but there's just so much content for me to engage with. It's ridiculous. I have so many things on my list to do. This series isn't even close to being done. I wouldn't expect to be like 130 plus videos in, but we're still going, and we're still going strong, and there's still a lot left. Oh, look at how busy it is now. I guess, because it's evening, more people are here. Oh, wow, look at... There's like people in the side room as well, and... Oh, cool. See, I have a hard time distinguishing if anyone here is in my party or not. Is this one a party? Because it's like a blue name. Shuyo. Yes. Or like a less blue name, actually. Like it's more white-ish. So I guess white means my party and blue means not my party, I guess. These are the things you learn after about like 240 hours into this game or something. Who is in my party, guys? I don't know. It's so cool how you have like this entire upper ring of people just wandering about. And there's people waiting like all over the place. This is really cool, actually. I quite like this. Look how many people are here. Really nice. What is this? What is this thing? A large humanoid handprint is embedded on the surface of the orb. Despite what appears to be constant manipulation and handling, the orb remains unmarred. Orb of Command. This makes me think of like a Palantir in Lord of the Rings. Like one of those like stones you can communicate from like a very long distance. Well, they're more than that kind of, but that's like the simplest way to put it. Ah, orcs are speaking to me. I don't speak orc, guys. I'm sorry. My orc is a bit rusty. Yeah, I have no idea what you're saying, sir, but I believe you. Alright, I guess we chill here, and I'll see you guys in a moment. Well, I guess the mobs in this path get completely nuked because we're 10 men now. So I guess it's going to be another entrance somewhere that will lead us into the upper part of Blackrock Spire. Probably. Somewhere, maybe. And I do know I need to loot an item for a quest, so I'm hoping I can get it. Don't know where it is, but I heard it's outside the entrance. Oh, so this is the door that someone needs to open up, I guess? I reckon someone has the key, right? I think you open them up by putting, like, stuff in there. Alright. We're going in. Immediately level 59 mobs as opposed to the usual level 55-ish at the start. Oh, these mobs so far seem extremely squishy. Like, look at how fast this guy's gonna die once we turn onto him. Like, it's really quick. There we go. Bam, mob just gets blown up. And since a lot of us have good AoE, I think. Oh, Solstice Staff of Spirit. Oh, very interesting. I don't need that, but let's see if we can win it with the greed. We don't. It's fine. You know, obviously I would like the loot, but I'm not here specifically for the loot. So any loot I get it's just nice to have. So I wonder if we're already in, or it's going to be like a secondary entrance that's going to, actually bring us into the proper dungeon. Or if it's just one dungeon, but it's just, two different paths. I'm kind of expecting the latter, but I guess we'll see. Ooh, like some cool looking orb thing. What's going on here? Hall of Binding. Man, the screen is pretty cluttered right now. It's a bit hard to see exactly what's going on. But everything seems to die so quickly that I can only get like 1 or 2 casts off and everything's already dead. What is this altar? Oh, should I interact with this? Should I not interact with this? I have no idea. I'll just let other people interact with it, I guess. Do I want to stand on it? Is there any reason to stand on it? Are we all standing on it for some reason? Is that a boss? What are we doing? Are we just chilling? Also, why do I still have this thing open? There we go. Pyroguard Emberseer is nearly at full strength. Oh, normally you don't kill these mobs this quickly, I guess. So this boss like... Oh. Ha ha ha. Thank you for freeing me, fools. Now let me repay you by charring the flesh from your bones. Oh, okay, sir. Sure. If that's what you like doing, maybe I can get one... There we go. One full Shadow Bolt. One full Shadow Bolt. Oh, that's a set of the elements. Okay, cool. See, I really like this idea of having to go through dungeons, like all different kinds of dungeons, and having to get your full set. But like, like the gauntlets drop in one dungeon, and then like some other thing drops in another dungeon. Like I really like that idea because you're farming different dungeons for one full set. And if that's actually the case, I really like that setup. Oh, one of those tablets. Oh, why are all these eggs here? Rookery egg. Alright, I will just push on forward. Master Smith Hammer. That looks like it's almost like a caster item. Because it has int on it and it has spell damage on it. Is that for like is that for like a paladin or something who has a bit of casting ability in his spec, but he's otherwise melee? Okay, so apparently we're not doing the tier 0.5 boss, whatever that is. Okay, sure, I guess we're skipping something. I mean, I don't even know what's going on half the time, so I just kind of follow people. I feel like every time I do a dungeon the first time, like I feel so confused. Oh, what is this? Shadow resistance? Shadow damage per second? Or ranged? That's much better than my thing. But it doesn't have the intellect on it, but the shadow damages. I want that. I want that. I want that. Because I have a lot of situations where there's fire-resistant mobs, and especially if I go into Molten Core, I'm expecting all of the people in, or like all of the mobs in Molten Core to be fire-resistant. So having at least a wand auto attack that is fire damage could come in quite handy, I think. Lord Victor Nefarious. He yells. Excellent. It would appear as if my meddlesome insects have arrived just in time to feed my legion. Welcome, mortals. Let not even a drop of their blood remain upon the arena floor, my children. Feast on their souls. Okay. Sure, we will kill your children, I guess. But only because you're making us. Oh, the gate closes. Alright, the mobs have been killed and now everything is just stationary. Oh, there's a lot of, like, a lot of Blackhand people just watching us. We have War Chief, Rand Blackhand, and Lord Victor Nefarious. A Dragonkin boss. Sir, your head is on fire if you didn't know. Is he a dragon? Is he supposed to be a dragon? Oh, the side door opens. That side door is still shut. Okay, so one mob came out of it. Very impressive. This dungeon so far definitely feels a little bit more cinematic. Not very action-packed, but like this stuff, like it feels kind of cinematic, but nothing really is happening. I guess it just wasn't scaled for our level of power creep, and you know, you're supposed to be fighting them for a lot longer, so there's less downtime. But because we're melting things so quickly, there's a lot of downtime for us, at least that's what I'm guessing. Oh, now it's a couple more. It feels so ominous with all of those Blackrock guys just watching us. Oh, another couple of people came out. This is, I have to admit, this is a little bit boring, but it might be due to what I just discussed. Like, I reckon these Rage Talon Dragon spawn are supposed to be quite powerful, but to us they're just not. I'm assuming this is supposed to be some sort of like gauntlet, you know, it's like a stadium you have to keep alive, you know, wave after wave after wave, fight your way through, make sure you all stay alive, you know, maybe get a resin here and there. At least that's what I'm imagining this place was designed like, but no, to us it's kind of face roll. Lord Victor Nefarious also yells, your efforts will prove fruitless. None shall stand in our way. Sir? Just calm down yourself and fight us, okay? Stop making this so difficult. Who's walking over there? Blackhand Iron Guard. He's walking away? Are you walking down to meet us? Brilliant chromatic scale. Okay, cool. So that's like a higher tier of the black scales, I guess. Wonder if you can also skin them off them. Because they seem quite expensive. I mean, I don't currently have high enough level skinning to skin these guys. Unfortunately. Nefarious yells, this cannot be! Rend, deal with these insects! Wait, Rend, is that the guy who just walked away? War Chief Rend Blackhand yells with pleasure. The War Chief shall make quick work of you mortals. Prepare yourselves. I mean, I am more than prepared. I have been prepared for at least 5 minutes now. My preparation is overdone. You know, if I were a steak, I'd be well done. I'd be overcooked. Not the game, the steak. Yeah, you keep wandering up there. See, we could just shoot you, sir. Alright, he's on his way. You know, he's going to open up the door over there. He's going to come through. He's going to try and pose a threat. Realize he's really, really weak. And then die by our hand. What are all these things, by the way? Sergeant, Major, Private, Sergeant. Are these like guild ranks? Or are these titles? Or... I actually don't really know. I feel like I've only started seeing them for the past... well, month or so. Before that, I feel like I didn't really see them, so I don't know if this is like a new thing, or whether I've just not really paid attention to them whatsoever. Also, can this guy just please hurry up and start walking towards us a bit quicker, because he is really slow. We are well prepared, sir. I promise, we are well prepared. Oh, there he is. He's coming in. Wait, where's he going? Sir, we're over here. Wait, did he just turn into a big dragon? Or did he bring a dragon? Gith. Oh, cool. Rand Blackhand's mount. Okay, so remember when in previous video I was asking a question. Can mobs level past level cap? Yes, they can. This mob is level 62 and I like that. Because that makes him really imposing. Like, you know, I'm imagining, you know, the like Blackwing being like level 70 or something. Like, that's super cool in my mind. It gives like all these, like every single level after that, it gives it a certain like status almost. Oh, we're also fighting him apparently. He's there. He's there too. I was looking at this item, which I don't really care about myself, but can be kind of cool because it has fire resist. All right, moving onward. I hope we can keep pumping again. Wait, did I loot the guy? Hold on. I don't think I looted the guy, and there might be a reel in there. Hold on. I can't forget to loot the reel if it's here. This other guy also forgot, I think. Does he have a reel? He does have a reel. And I looted something else as well. Oh, head of Rend Blackhand. Proof of demise of the war chief of Blackrock Mountain. Begins a quest. The deed is done. Dalrend Blackhand, watcher of the Dark Horde, lies dead at your feet. Take his head and present it to Master Shaw in Stormwind. I think that's like the SI6 guy, or whatever he was called. Alright, cool. General... Oh no, sorry. End of the Dark Horde. Oh wait, is he the leader of the Dark Horde? I probably missed the pickup quest that I was able to do, but I'll do it later. You know, I will probably run this a couple times. Ooh, we are now in the furnace. I'm not quite sure. Oh, is that supposed to be the furnace? Like, that's like little... Those little bonfires over there, is that the furnace? Ooh, no, 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 no. Okay. I got aggro there for a moment. I was a little bit scared. The mobs do hit quite hard onto me. Because I am squishy. Oh, there's a lot of stuff on the floor here. Lots of bones and flesh. Oh, the beast. Oh, that guy looks cool. Woo, I like that guy. Wait, he says we're doomed. Oh, the Blackhand Elite yells that. Because we are not doomed. We murdered this guy. This definitely is one of the cooler bosses that I've fought so far, just in terms of like his visual design. This guy looks really cool. And I like how he's called the Beast, you know? It's not like, you know, a proper name. No, just the Beast. Wait, no! What? Hold what? Hold the what? Does he have a reel? He has a reel for me. Okay. Oh, I guess we go back. Go. Wait, requires skinning 305, 310. Are there ways to get your skinning past 300? Like, can you buy temporary boosts or something to be able to skin them? Or can you get skinning somehow past 300 in general? Alright, the Spire Throne. Oh, General Drakefire, already there. Wait, is this already the end? Okay, we do it the old way. Okay, I don't know what the old way is. I will just follow you guys. Hunter. Okay, I guess I don't have to do anything. I can swap to Bear. Pull and feign death with Drakefire far away. Wait, feign death? Is that like a drop aggro mechanic or something? Like you can feign death? Okay, well I'll just sit here and I'll throw my shadow bolts. Okay, guys, that's what I'm good at. I throw shadow bolts. It's my one job in life. I throw bolts and they're of shadowy quality. He says, I am bear now. Good. And I will be cat. Meow. What are we doing, guys? Okay. You know what? They're doing a strat of some sort. Or can I just chill in? Do I start pumping? I think I start pumping. Okay, here we go. I pump. I don't know what kind of strat we are employing right now. But my strat is smashing my tube button and refreshing my dots on occasion. And of course, gotta make sure I reapply Grimoire of Synergy as well, which I think I didn't have active the entire run. Here we go. Gotta make sure I grab my Amplify Curse and put the stronger curse on him, you know, because we need damage. And then Shadow Bolt. And oh my god, I had to put in so much effort. Magister Robes. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That looks much better even. I mean, I'm assuming I'm allowed to roll need for this. Oh my god, what? That trinket? Draconic Infused Emblem. Okay, this one I don't need. This one I also want. This one I don't need. And Librum of Resilience. Don't even know what that is. Dark Runes. Don't know. Sounds like something for me, maybe. Alright, we got both of the things that we needed. Really cool. Alright, there's an orb there. I think I need that for one of the quests, but so much for looting. What? I guess all of the stuff is done. So there is a quest, and I read that I have to bring it to that thing. But I need to pick up something, like at the front of the dungeon or something, and bring it to that thing. Don't know what I'm supposed to pick up, but at least now I know where the thing is that I'm supposed to bring it towards. You are not the group leader. I don't want to be the group leader. I will leave as well. There we go. I'm out. I'm no longer the group leader. Do we have a portal? A portal would be nice. Actually, can I even still join the portal when I'm not in the group? You will not in this instance group, you will be teleported to Theramore Isle. Oh no, I go to my Hearthstone location. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. Although I guess from there on out I can move elsewhere. It's not too big a deal. I don't know whose Clasp, by the way, I didn't get. Doomrigger's Clasp. I don't think we fought Doomrigger. Or maybe I just didn't loot whoever that was. But hey, it's fine. Just one quest remaining. I think we did quite well. We have the 2 quests done. And it's time. I will go hand them in. Okay, so I do think I got the one that I wanted the most. So we have the Magister's Robe. So we've only had the robe to the Royal Crown for a little bit, but now we already have something that, you know, we lose 3 intellect and 10 spirit and 1 stamina, which a little bit of a hit. But we get plus 11 spell power, which once again, I think we care more about. If you guys disagree, do let me know. I will keep the old one for a bit. So let me know if my predictions are correct. Like, I don't know which set I'm supposed to work towards. This one looks quite nice, you know, it gives me a bit of armor, which is like whatever. But it says, with the 4 set, it says increases damage and healing done by magical spells and effects by up to 23, which is quite nice. Also, I want to see what it looks like. So will it look a bit different? So here we go. This is a new chest piece. Ooh. Okay, that's a bit different. Kind of cool. Okay, guys, so little behind the scenes thing. I'm taking like a lot of screenshots of the game and I'm using them as like thumbnail backgrounds, and I wanted to take one in the back room of the previous Upper Blackrock Spire, and I completely forgot. So now I don't know what I'll do in terms of the thumbnail, which is a little bit unfortunate. Oh, I also didn't have my Burst of Knowledge equipped. I guess I was still sitting on my Keratinol stick. So, yeah, I sometimes forget to swap these, which is a little bit annoying. I could have had more DPS, guys. I was lacking. I was slacking. I was terrible. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I have to be here because I have to head back to Winterspring, right? Because I think the Drakefire Amulet, I have to go back to Winterspring to be able to deliver the thing. So I am supposed to be here. So before I leave, let me go to Winterspring. You know, I quite like flying into Winterspring with the like the bridge and stuff that you fly under. It's quite a cinematic flight. And we haven't really had this flight too often. Oh, this time it went super easy. That's the first time. Whoa, no! No! Wait, hold on. Did I just screw myself up here? Can I? Oh boy. Hey, it went super easy this time. Okay, I guess we're fine. I guess we're fine. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, easy peasy. Very nice. Alright, back at Haley. What is it you ask of the Blue Dragonflight? Well, we have what you asked for. The flow of time does not stop or slow, gnome. While my life is eternal, yours is not. Waste not the time that you have. I would like to see your true form. That would be kind of cool. Alright, Blood of the Black Dragon Champion. This amulet will grant you access that you seek. The Lair of Onyxia can be found in Dustwall March, which we did see at some point. As long as you hold the amulet, her ward cannot prevent you from entering. The Blue Flight wishes you lucky. Okay, complete quest. There we go. That is the Onyxia attunement questline complete. And guys, let me just tell you that I'm quite happy that people told me to go do this, because this was a really cool quest chain. I got to interact with so many different dungeons and so many different systems, and this was great. I probably won't be using the Drakefire Amulet outside of Onyxia's lair, because I'm assuming, you know, the stamina and the fire resistance is not really that important. Well, the fire resistance is, of course, for Molten Core, I guess you can use it maybe. But overall, I think it's more like an entry key, so as long as it's in my inventory, we can use it. So I guess I'll just keep it in my inventory as well, so I can't forget it. And then we'll go and see if we can get an Onyxia kill at some point in the next week or so. I'd love to try and go in there. While I'm here as well, I guess I might as well see how long it's going to take me to do this quest, Rage of Blood, where we need to kill like some owl beasts or something, and then the owl beasts will drop their blood, and I don't know how long it's going to take, but while I'm here, I might as well make some progress onto that. Then afterwards, we can complete these 2 quests as well, which is in Stormwind and in Burning Steppes. But since I don't come here too often, I might as well see if I can find the owl beasts and if I can clear them a bit efficiently. So I have no idea where these owl beasts are, but I guess I'll just wander around. There's Winterspring owls, so I would imagine that the owl beasts are somewhere around the owls, right? That makes sense? These guys do look kind of cool. Are these the... Oh, I don't have Haunt equipped. Oops. So I think these mobs are also Verborg, right? And maybe I get reputation for them as well. Like, I kind of like the idea of getting something from mobs for every kill when I'm not getting experience. Because, like, you know, people often say, you know, the game starts at level 60, and in a sense that's true, but I quite like getting experience. Yes, Timmermore holds reputation. Okay, cool. So this is some place I could farm for that. Oh, also, we forgot about this, or I forgot about this. So the Serpentine Scholar, which... See, the thing is, I don't know if the intellect that I'm getting from this also stays when I have the other weapon set equipped. So I'm gonna verify that. So, let's see. I currently don't have my wand out, right? Wait, can I swap to my wand? Okay, my wand. Here we go. Intellect 263. Okay, once I equip this thing, will it drop back down to 255? Yes, okay. So, I guess overall, it would be better to have the inextinguishable igniter, just because it also amplifies my other weapon set. This one looks much cooler, like a skull on a stick. And that's like a little effect on it as well. But since I'm not really using wand auto attacks too much, unless I can't use fire auto attacks, then maybe it's gonna edge out. But I much rather have the, you know, I feel like I want to treat the wand more as like a stat stick, quite literally, than it actually being a useful tool, because I just don't auto attack with wand enough for it to really make a big difference, I think. I keep seeing owls, but not owl beasts. I will keep exploring. Maybe like up there? That part is unexplored. Might as well explore up there. I like these chimeras. They look really cool. Plus, you don't really see blue dragons in games that often. I mean, there's Blue Eyes White Dragon, but that's a very different archetype. No, leave me alone. Don't follow me. Okay, thank you. Oh, here we go. Berserk Owl Beast. Moon-touched Owl Beast. Okay, well, I guess I was right. Okay, cool. Well, I'll start grinding. Oh, I should re-equip Haunt after this. So yeah, I will start grinding. I will go kill a whole bunch of these, and we'll see if we can get some of the blood. Oh man, it is finally done. So I just farmed the entire 30 Raging Beast blood in one sitting. I don't know how long it's been, but I've just been like going super hard. So I guess I'll be able to tell from editing how long was between me starting this and finishing this, but I felt like my drop rate was absolutely terrible. Somewhere like between 1 in 5 and 1 in 10 actually had the thing. So it took an absolute age to be able to get anything done. So what I want to do now is I want to go, before I head out today, I want to hand in the quest that I have. So Rage of Blood is in Burning Steppes. End of the Dark Horde is in Stormwind. And this one is in the Burning Steppes as well. So what I'll do is I'll half-stone... Hello, can I... Hello? Hello? Half-stone? Yoo-hoo! Can I half-stone? Am I in combat or something? Why can't I half-stone? Alright, guess we're not half-stoning. Guess I'm walking over to Everlook and I'm flying. It's all good. It's all good. I'll see you guys when I'm at the first quest NPC. So I'm on my flight here, and I grab my phone. And I've been watching a good amount of Lord of the Rings content recently. So this video is thrown into my feed of, you know, the beacons being lit. And, you know, if you've seen the movies, you know this scene. So, you know, I'm watching I'm watching the scene, you know, and like the music comes up and it's like super epic. I'm like flying on my griffin. I'm like, yeah, this music just works. Like, it works perfectly fine flying on a griffin as well. And it felt super epic. Okay, now I need to go and talk to Matthias Shaw in Stormwind, who I think is in that like MI7 building or whatever, which I think is in Old Town somewhere. So I'm gonna go explore over there, and I'll be back shortly. Like, if I'm remembering correctly, it's back here. Is it back here? It is back here. Oh my god, my brain. Oh, guys, see, this is what I like about being immersed in a game, you know? Like, you start learning the world, you start knowing where things are. I remember this being the place with a staircase that goes kind of nowhere. Like this is like the NPC I need to go to is over here. And I remember there being this floor with nothing really on it that I checked out all those days ago. Yeah, there was nothing here. I think we were doing these quests as like part of a Westfall completion. Huh. Good times, guys. Good times. Alright. Oh, what? I jumped too far down. What's happening over there? Why is he on his knees? I don't think I want to know. Alright, sure. Master Matthias Shaw, I am here. Hello, the Shiv. Welcome to SI7 headquarters, EK. I feel like my mold is not working or something, but I'll read myself. It's perfectly fine. End of the Dark Horde. By the lights! The head of Rend a Blackhand. Well done, champion. The war chief of the Dark Horde is dead, ending an era of terror in our lands. Let all of Stormwind know of your victory. Oh, we have a follow-up quest. Wait, did we? Oh, wait, did we just trigger Might of Stormwind? Did we just trigger that? End of the Dark Horde. Oh, did I just complete it again? Did I just complete it twice? Alright, sure. I don't know if I got anything really. I mean, I got a bit of reputation, I guess, which is nice. Alright, I will clean up the inventory and then we'll go for our next step in the Burning Steps. Alright, we are up to 458 now. Alright, Marshal Maxwell, we meet once again. Surely we will strike against their Dragon Lords next. Well done, brave soldier of the Alliance. Well done indeed. So, we can choose the Mark of Tyranny, which gives us armor, arcane resistance, and dodge. We can choose the Eye of the Beast, which gives us 2% critical chance on spells, which also drops from Overlord Wormthalak, but still looks pretty good to me. And then we have Blackhand's Breath, improves your chance to get a critical strike by 2% for melee specs, I guess. So, I think I talked about this before already, so I think I'm gonna just pick up the Eye of the Beast. Now the thing is, I don't know if I prefer this. I guess I prefer it over Nightmare Siphon, right? I think I do. I think just the critical modifier probably is worth more than Nightmare Siphon. So I will replace it by that, but I'll, if you guys feel like I'm making a mistake here, do let me know. I think Burst Knowledge is still better, but I think I can replace Nightmare Siphon by it. So we'll do that. We also get almost 9 gold again. Bam. There we go. Really good. Up to 471 gold now. So I will remove Nightmare Siphon, which is one of the things we got from the Emerald Warrens. Which also means that our gear score number, which I don't really care too much about, but it's 648. We're moving up in the world. Now, we also have to head to Rage of Blood, which we have to bring back to the NPC all the way over here at the Altar of Storms. So I'm going to go for a bit of a walk, and we're going to hand in that as well. Oh, there was a thing in my way. Alright, Rage of Blood. Have you seen the Raging Owl Beast, CK? The magic of those creatures is strong, and it concentrates in the blood that flows through the tortured forms. Well, yes, I spent a good amount of time grinding them, but here you go. Ah, very good. I will have this blood distilled into an ink and use it for the parchment, I promise you. And perhaps I will save just a little bit for myself, as I hear its taste is quite euphoric. Are you gonna drink the Owl Beast blood? Okay, sure. I mean, you have a cup in front of you, so like, you're prepared. Alright, complete quest. A Wild Eyes. My servant Gorziki is an alchemist of some skill. He can prepare the ink I will need for your parchment. I gathered together the blood you acquired. Take it to Gorziki so that he begins his work. Bring the case of blood to Gorziki Wild Eyes in the Burning Steps. Which is, like, couldn't you give... He's right there. He's right there. Just turn around. You could, like, throw it. Which is a bit risky because it's a liquid, but still. Just... Is there a reason why you're stationary, sir? Do you need the blood of owls to allow you to move? Okay, sure. Hello, Gorziki Wild Eyes. Do you have any spiders or beetles, Warlock? Okay, we read this already. So, Wild Eyes. You have something for me? It's not a big juicy spider, is it? Or maybe a roach? I hope it's still alive. I so love chewing on them when they're still alive. Are these my people, guys? Are these the warlock people? Is this the crowd that I'm involving myself with? Maybe I rerolled a mage anyway. So, case of blood. Cool. Oh, it's blood. It must be from Master Morsel then. He is so enamored with the stuff and loves to see it spilled. I, however, prefer it coursing through the veins of a small rodent. It stays warm that way until you want it. This is powerful blood. Morzul must be making another parchment to summon the Dreadsteed. How exciting. If that's true and you're going to perform the ritual, then you're going to need a lot more than blood, my friend. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow, wow, 3 quests. I guess I have space for that now. Alright. Well, I hope you're ready for some more reading. A Bell of Deathmora. A Bell of Deathmora, named after the late warlock Deathmora Dark Eyes, is one of the 3 tools needed to create a circle of greater summoning. When properly attuned with the wheel and the candle, these items conduct vast stores of arcane power. My servant Gorziki can construct such a bell, but to do so he will need a large supply of elixirs of shadow power. Procuring elixirs from an alchemist and bring them to Gorziki. Okay, I guess I'll just be picking it up from the auction house. So 10 elixirs of shadow power. Then Wheel of the Black March. A Wheel of the Black March contains and directs the violent energies required for the Circle of Greater Summoning. For Gorziki to construct a wheel, he will need both large brilliant shards from an enchanter and dark iron ore from a master miner. Once again, I guess we'll be buying those. Acquire these and bring them to my servant. So is this the stuff that is the gold sink? Is this what people tell me, that even though I don't have to actually go buy one from like a riding NPC or whatever it's called, I will still need to invest money? Is this the money sink? But if this is the money sink, does this mean it's a pretty short quest chain and like all I have to do is just nuke my gold into this? Because I'm fine with that. So bring 6 large brilliant shards and 25 dark iron ore to Gorziki in the Burning Steppes. I can do that. And then Doomsday Candle. A Doomsday Candle stores fire and directs it at those who would disrupt your ritual. When creating your Circle of Greater Summoning, if your candle is lit, then any wayward demons will be burned by its flames. Containing the fire is not easy and requires the essence within the scales of a black dragon. Acquire those scales from a skinner and bring them to Gorziki Wild Eyes. Bring 35 black dragon scales to Gorziki Wild Eyes in the Burning Steppes. See, I already have 7 in my bank. Beautiful, I prepared. I mean, I still have to buy 28 more, but they're not particularly expensive. Okay, so we get a lot of gold back actually, like 4 gold per quest. So look at these warlock quests. I've never had this many. And I guess what I'll go do, you know, I kind of want to head out because I have been playing WoW. Like, so okay, so my day today, you know, I woke up around 9. I think I like watched some YouTube or something. At around 9:30, took a shower and I logged in around 10. I think you can see at the start of the recording. Well, in the previous video, what the starting time was, probably around 10 a.m. or something. Then I played until about 1. Then I went to the gym for about an hour, came back, and then I just played and played and played and played. I had dinner in the meantime, so I think I took like 2 1-hour breaks. But besides that, I've just been playing and playing and playing, and I think my session is like 10 hours if you already remove the other things from it. So, you know, my session has been long, but I still kind of want to keep going. So I'm having such a beautiful degenerate Sunday. It's amazing. I mean, it's only 9:50, like, you know, we still have some time left. So what I want to do now is I want to run back and I want to go to the Stormwind, to the auction house, and see how much this is going to cost me, because it might be a decent amount, but hey, I'm rich. I have almost 500 gold. We'll be fine. Wait, so my auction thing says that it's 23 silver. However, all of the ones I see here are well over a gold. And I'm sorting by price. I mean, if they're over a gold each, then, you know, maybe I'll just go grind them myself, like, honestly. I mean, I'm a skinner. I can do that. So what does the rest cost? Oh, whoa, wait. The buyout is 811. Wait, hold on. How many do I need? 10. Dude, I gotta be careful. Like, the buyout thing. Like, I think they're trying to trick me or something. But they're actually fairly expensive. So how do you make this stuff? Alchemy. Alright, so you can buy that. And then also there is large brilliant shard and dark iron ore. So, dark iron ore. That's not bad. And what was the other one? So dark iron ore and large brilliant shard. Large brilliant. That's kind of expensive. Okay. Well, I'll see what I do here. Alright, I'm trying to inquire through my guild whether having someone else craft them for me is much cheaper. Because in that case, maybe someone in the guild can craft them for me and I can save a bunch of money. That'd be kind of nice. Alright, I couldn't really find an alternative method, so I got all the stuff for Bell of Devmora and all the stuff for the Wheel of the Black March. The only one I didn't get, I should go back to my bank as well to pick up the Black Dragon skills that I had fortunately saved. I knew they'd come in handy, so I guess I'll go farm these myself. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but, you know, I kind of want to level my skilling to 300 anyway, so that's a good, you know, multitasking kind of thing. So I'll pick up these. Oh, well, now I mixed them all up. Ah, whatever, it's fine. I'll figure that later. So, I just need to complete Doomsday Candle. And, well, then after that, we can make more progress towards it. There's also still the other quest, of course, where Lower Bane Hollow, where I will have to go to Felwood, Jadenar, and I have to use these like shadowy potions to like talk to some Shadow Lord or something. But we'll probably do that after. Alright, so I am literally on my work break right now. I'm working from home and I have about 5 minutes worth of time that I wanted to utilize correctly. So I was setting up things for after I was done working so I could jump into recording immediately. But I decided I'll just squeeze in these 5 minutes here. So first of all, I did do some grinding. I do have all the Black Dragon scale that I require for the quest. They're over here. So that means that the Bell of Devmora is done, Doomsday Candle is done, and Wheel of the Black March is done as well. We'll go and hand those in later in this video. But I wanted to go to Felwood since I was here anyway, and I wanted to go and try and see if I can do Crocious Infernal Core myself. So, I made sure to find Crocious, who is laying on the floor over there. And I'm going to try and summon him using the Fellfire, and I have no idea if I can solo this. I might get absolutely clapped, because it's an elite quest, but maybe we're strong, so I guess I'll find out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make, you know, a health stone real quick, and I might as well make a soul stone real quick, and then we'll pop the demon armor, and we'll pop this thing as well, and we'll, you know, sit down, have a bit of a drink, and while we have a bit of a drink, let me talk to you guys a little bit about what I've been doing as well, which is, of course, because I've been skinning a lot. If I go to my skills panel here, you can see my skinning now has been maxed out as well. So that's quite nice. That means the only thing in this list that isn't done is first aid. I wanted to put this as a question to you guys. Is there any point in the end game to get first aid done? Or is this more like, hey, this is going to help you out leveling, but I'm done leveling anyway? Is there any point to me leveling first aid? Like, I'm more than happy to go and do it if it really serves a purpose, but I just feel like it doesn't. But I might be mistaken. Alright, so everything is pretty much set up and ready to go. So let me make sure to consume the soul stone. I have this thing. There we go. Yes, everything seems to be ready. So I'll walk up to this guy. I will throw the Fellfire down. And I will step back a little bit. Ooh, cool summoning animation. Okay, there we go. Dude. Crocious live. Crocious crush. Alright, can I... Whoa, okay, go, take aggro. Okay. So we get this thing going. We got a dot on him. Oh boy, he's strong. Well, I guess he's tanky. He's not necessarily strong. So as long as he doesn't deal too much damage, I reckon we're fine just like draining through him. Okay, we're gonna take some hits here. Okay. Pretty big hit. Okay, maybe we're fine. We don't know. I will life tap once. Okay, he is taking the aggro again. As long as he stays alive long enough, we should be good. Get some damage out, get some damage out, get some... Okay, I want to swap aggro back to me. Actually, I don't. Oh boy, okay. Life drain, life drain. Okay, ooh, do I greet? Do I greet? I can't greet here. Okay, what I'll do is I will... Where's my... It's not on my bar. Here we go. Use it. There we go. Another one of these. Another one of these. Oh boy. Okay. I will have to greet for... Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I can take him down on my own. Maybe. But I'm not sure. At least we can use a soul stone now. So, you know, we're back here and... Yeah, okay, he is full HP again. If he wasn't full HP again, I would try and re-engage him. I guess we'll probably need at least one person. Like, I think, you know, if I play everything perfectly, I can maybe take him down, like, aggro manage it a little bit better, have him swap between me and my summon, have my summon stay alive a bit longer, equip my second fear, because we're only using one fear right now. Plus, apparently I'm still on the carrot, and I haven't actually equipped the burst of knowledge yet. So, yeah, I will give this another shot when I am back from work, because, well, in about 3 minutes I have to start working again. So, unfortunately, I will have to take a bit of a break from recording. Alright, I am done working, and I am ready to try again. And... Where is my blood item? Hello? Can I just interact with it? No, I can't. Wait, you're not telling me that I need to... get it again? Wait a second. We don't do this. Hold the phone. Okay, maybe I just go back to Imsi. And he will give me another one of those blood things. I could remove the entire quest. Hold on, if I remove this quest. Here we go, we get it again. Accept. Ah, beautiful. Fellfire. Okay, I run back. Then I engage hardcore gamer mode. And, you know, we clap at 1v1. No problem whatsoever. Because now that I'm done working, all of my focus can go to what's important. And that is playing a video game. Alright, here we go. We take him out. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Okay, get some range. Okay, very good. Very good. Pop this thing, go. Proc that. Get a Shadow Bolt. Get this. Life Drain. Get this one as well. I'll get a fear off to save some time. Okay, there we go. He's feared. Meanwhile, I pump. I pump hard. Ooh, really nice. We got a Nightfall proc. We reapply that as well. Reapply Life Drain. Okay, my guy can still attack while I'm just kind of kiting around now. So I did also equip the other... Oh my god. Oh, God. Here we go. Okay, reapply that. And Haunt. And use the other fear. Hopefully that works. It did work. Okay, we buy ourselves a little bit more time. Reapply Life Drain. Reapply that. That one still isn't over, so we have to keep kiting. Here we go. Go. Keep the DPS up. Please. Okay, need to do one life tap. Very greedy, I know. But I need to make sure I can apply my stuff. Okay, there we go. That is Haunt coming in. Haunt reapplied. Keep kiting. Okay. Life tap into Life Drain. Into Shadow Bolt with a Nightfall proc. There we go. Whew. Okay, we did it. Beautiful. Crocious Infernal Core. That was satisfying, guys. You know, I am recording, right? Hold on. I am recording. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, if I'm not recording, I'll be very sad. But yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome. You know, I had to go full focus there. But we got the stuff done that we wanted to get done. So that's really beautiful. That's another quest done. Look at all these like completed marks. Makes me very, very satisfied. You know, feel free to criticize my gameplay there. I'm getting to the point now where I'd like to actually become... You know, I don't have to become good at the game, but I'd like to become decent at the game at the very least. So, you know, I feel like I played that fairly well. Obviously, you know, there was like probably like some, you know, min-maxing I could do in terms of like, you know, which skill I use when, and, you know, maybe like some stuff was off cooldown and I didn't use it yet and stuff like that. But if you're seeing anything where you're like, hey, dude, like you're not really doing this, like maybe I should micro my guy a bit more, for example. I don't know. But yeah, please do let me know if you see anything where you're like, hey, this is definitely something you should improve on. Because I feel like I played fairly well there, but I might be mistaken. So, let's go to Nibby the Almighty. Bow in my presence, insect. Surely you can feel the power I hold over you. Still, I feel like we don't have reading, which is a bit weird. Crocious Infernal Core. Did you get lost? A deal is a deal. Quickly, take this and write this down. I don't have time to speak to you, apparently. I don't have time. My greatest conjuration is upon us. So we get Inferno, which I don't know exactly what it is. But we get 4 gold, and that is a quest done. Which means we also, I guess now... Oh! Stand back. Stand clear. The Infernal will need to be given a wide berth. Bow down to the Almighty. Bow down before my Infernal destroy... Chicken? Wait, El Polo Grande. What? Doesn't that just mean, like, the large chicken? Wait, hold on. What? Nibby, you're an idiot. Silence, servant. Vengeance will be mine. Death to Stormwind. Death by chicken. Wait. What? Is Nibby trying to take over Stormwind? With a big chicken? Look at this guy. Oh, you know, I've already designed the thumbnail for this video. But I really want to redesign it now. put like the big chicken in there. Maybe I'll like add him to the thumbnail or something. I don't know. But that was hilarious. Okay, that was something I did not see coming. That was hilarious. I love it. Okay, so that means I think I also have the Shard of Green Flame, which once again could be quite good, I think, for a fire build. But I think even with a fire build, I don't know if I'm willing to give up 8 bonus damage and give up the 1% hit chance and 9 intellect for 8 bonus damage. I don't know how that works, but since I'm not playing a fire build right now, I don't really care for it. So I guess I will probably vendor this one. But hey, that's, 3 gold, so not too bad. So what I also want to check out is over here. We should have a new skill now, Inferno. Here we go. Guys, I'm starting to lack skill bars. I should... You know what? I don't really engage with most of these crafting things too often anyway, so I'll just put it up here. So, summons a meteor from the twisting nether, causing 200 fire damage and stunning all enemy targets in the area for 2 seconds. An Infernal rises from the crater under the command of the caster for 5 minutes. Once control is lost, the Inferno must be subjugated to maintain control. Can only be used outdoors. So, that means I can't use it in dungeons, I suppose, even if it's probably... I think even if you have like a dungeon that's outside, you probably can't use it there, because it's still considered like indoors, technically, I think. But I do have this skill here, Subjugate Demon, which I did want to try for a bit, because multiple times now, I think it's been Blackadder who said it, but multiple times people have told me that the demons, for example... Oh, this is it, MC? I can feel it. This is the big one. What are they talking about? I don't know. Oh, someone else also handed it in, I guess. So... Oh, what a surprise. Another failure, but how? Oh, grade 1. Why, you little... Wait, does this thing keep going? Ah! Help! Crane's gnome trying to kill... Wait, are they? Ah, these guys are hilarious. I love these guys. Hello! Are we gonna keep on fighting? So yeah, I got this one and I wanted to use it in the... Like the... What's it called? Like the area in Desolus. The Coven area with all the demons. Someone told me I can subjugate those and I can actually have them under my command, which is why I put it on my skill bar, because next time I'm there for whatever reason, I want to go check that out. But I guess I can now also use Infernal. Now, I will need an Infernal Stone, and I don't know yet where I get those. So I guess I'll probably look into this later, but hey, we have it done, and that is really cool. So what I want to go do next is I want to head over to JNR, which was pretty close. Is pretty close to us right now. Wow, brain, please cooperate. And then over there we can use the shadow potions, and we can try and also get the Lord Banehollow quest done as well, which will require us to sneak through JNR. I don't know why we sneak through. We can probably just, fight a way through. But I think it said something about the... Yeah. You need to cloak yourself in the Shadow Council's own flavor of evil. And I guess otherwise they would not want to communicate with us. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the entrance to JNR and we'll see how this stuff works. Alright, we are pretty close. So I guess I'll pop a potion. It has been popped. Oh, no! These are the Shadow Power potions. Oh, no! That's like 4 gold down the drain. I mean, they look so similar. Alright, well... I guess I have... Oh, wait, I could have actually, to be fair, it says spell shadow damage by 40. I could have technically used that to fight Crocius. It would have been a bit of an investment, but that's actually a pretty big damage modifier. Okay, it's fine though, you know, it's my bad. I totally just misclicked there. I thought that was the potion, and then I knew I had made a bit of a mistake. So, I'm gonna go wander through this place. I guess not much interesting should be happening here because the mobs won't aggro me, and we've already been here. So I'll just see you guys whenever I find this Shadow Council or whatever they're called, so we can go talk to them. Oh, I just realized this is not where I need to be. I need to be like further, like this direction. Like it's behind the house, next to the little water area. So I'm in the wrong spot. Cool. It's also a pretty interesting icon, the Taint of Shadow. You are friendly to Jadenar. I guess I can still mount, right? Yes. So it literally just put like a little bit of a purple hue on my character, which, I mean, I guess is now masking us. And these guys are now friendly, so we are besties now. Yes, I think this is the entrance to the actual Jadenar area. Well, Shadowhold, I guess, but I think we have to be at the back of Shadowhold. Because it's Shadow Council, Shadowhold. I think that makes sense. Is anyone here playing the Diablo 4 expansion when it launches, by the way? I'm thinking about checking it out myself. I have played a fair amount of Diablo 4 itself, and I did even make a video at some point covering the launch of the game. And like I think I covered like Season 3. So I'm probably gonna go back in there. Maybe I'll even make a bit of content about it, depending on whether I feel like it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty fun game. Right, where are we going? This is the furthest I've been. I've not really passed this area. I guess I can just walk up on that side. I'm assuming it's like all the way up north over there in like some sort of throne room or something. Oh wait, these guys... I mean, they're oozes, I guess. Like, it makes sense that they would not be aligned with me because they're like neutral mobs. And will these guys help me out? Hello? Help me, please, friends. Okay, my friends don't want to help me, but it's fine. I can keep on running. I mean, fighting my way all the way through here would have been... I mean, not necessarily difficult, but it would have taken a fair amount of time. Is this a Shadow Council? Remains of Trey Lightforge. What are these guys doing here? I mean, there's no quest indicator or anything, but we have Rakaya, and we have a couple of just generic NPCs. And it seems like they're doing some sort of ritual because I see like a lot of skulls, candles, a guy on like a thing. That looks very ritualistic to me. Alright, we push on forward. It's also a much bigger place than I had actually expected, which is quite cool. Oh, there's an NPC we can actually talk to. Ulathak. Begone, I hold counsel with Dreadlords, and the matter we discuss are not your concerns. Okay. I don't know who the Dreadlords are, but I would like to meet them. They sound like a friendly bunch. Oh, this is actually a really cool place. I quite like this place. Look at these faces on these things. Like, they look weird. But this place is much bigger. Like, not just like in terms of size, but also just in terms of like how upscaled it feels. Like, it feels very big scale, you know, like the... Oh, what is that? Let me zoom out a little bit. This place is cool. Is that like tendrils? Thorns? Okay, quite cool. Oh, there's the quest NPC, Lord Banehollow. Okay, so I guess we make our way across the bridge, and then we talk to our friend, who knows something, probably about the Dreadsteed. Of Zoroth? Was it Zoroth? I think it was Zoroth. Alright, what does he look like? Oh, he looks quite cool. He looks like he is a vampire of some sort. Lord Banehollow, hello? You, sir, look quite imposing. I am pretty much as big as your foot. Is that a Tauren foot? Are you half Tauren? My patience spans the millennia, Warlock, but do not think that allows you more than an instant of my time. Right, Ulathak the traitor. You wish to enter my good graces? Then kill for me. My servant Ulathak is pathetic how he grovels before me, all the while plotting with Lord Hel Nurath on Zoroth. Interesting. Hel Nurath plans to usurp my power here, and Ulathak is his spy. Prove that you serve me and not my rivals. Confront Ulathak in his quarters in the Shadow Hall to the west. Tell him that I know his secret, and watch as fear grips him. Then bring me the traitor's heart. Confront Ulothak, then bring the traitor's heart to Lord Banehollow in Jadenar. Okay. So we have to go to the Shadowhold to the west. What exactly does that mean? Is it in this place? Are his quarters in this place? Or is it some other place? This guy can fly. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He has wings. Are there any really cool books here or anything like that? Oh, Urdan. The ways of Jadenar are dark and treacherous. Watch your moves in this place, Warlock, or you will find your soul enthralled by your rivals. Okay. Good thing I don't have any rivals. Okay, well, I'm gonna go explore a little bit and see if I can find Ulothak. Wait, Ulothak, wait! Oh, that's the guy I just talked to! Dreadlords? Perhaps you mean Lord Banehollow. He sends his regards and has a message for you. Okay, hold on. I need to prepare myself. Yeah, I guess we'll have a fight on our hands, most likely, because we need his heart. And not in the, hey, it's Valentine's Day, would you like to go on a date with me kind of way? No, just like, let me rip it out of your chest and bring it all bloodied to this Dark Overlord. Which is fine by me. Alright, let's have a bit of a chat. So, Dreadlords, perhaps you mean Lord Banehollow, who sends his regards and has a message for you. A message from Banehollow? What message is that? Does he have need of his great advisor and servant Ulothak? Does he require my presence? No. Ulothak, he knows your secret. He knows you plot with Lord Helnuraf of Zorov. What? But how? No, this is not possible. I have been so careful. He could not know. You lie, and now you'll die for your deceit. It's no lie, traitor. Banehollow wants your heart, and I'm going to get it for him. You dog, now I'll trap your soul into a soul shard and give you to my imp as a plaything. Whoa, oh boy, he's... Whoa, wait, hold on. You hit a bit hard, sir. Sir, you hit much harder than I expected. Give me a moment to recoup myself, okay? Thank you very much. I could focus on other guys as well, but no, I will take you down. You, sir, you know, you are disrespecting my power. Here we go, you're dead. Alright. I could have probably gone Shadowbolt Volley here if I knew these guys were all going to turn on me, which I guess I should have expected, but hey, at least Haunt keeps me alive, which is very important. Alright, I guess we clear this easily. No problem whatsoever. There we go, another guy. Boop. We haunt him. And this is the kind of quest that I can see being somewhat difficult if you don't have Season of Discovery power creep. Oh, the Traitor's Heart. Did I click him? Okay, cool. Well, I'll kill these guys. I will go back to Lord Banehollow and we'll have a bit of a chat again. Also, I seem to be friendly with him again. So that's interesting. Not sure exactly how that works, but hey, I guess it triggered my Shadow Potion again. Alright, so at this point, my Audacity decided that cooperating was no longer an option and decided to just stop recording halfway through. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of post-recording a voiceover right here. So we returned back to Lord Banehollow, and he says, I can already taste the heart of Ulothak on my lips. So sweet is the flesh of a traitor. Ah, how splendid! After rotting a week, this heart will prove a succulent treat. Perhaps I will send for Ulothak's head and place it before me as I eat. You have done me a great service, Warlock, and so my patience for you has grown marginally. So, you come to me seeking Zorofian stardust. You wish to open a portal to Zorov, the domain of Helnuraf, my rival. Perhaps you plan to steal from him one of your precious dreadsteeds? Very well, my servant Urdan has a supply of Zorofian stardust. You may obtain it from him, if you can pay the price. Alright, so after talking to the big guy, we can now go to the vendor that is right next to him, and we can buy Zorofian Stardust. And as you can see by my face, I was a little bit surprised, because the cost is actually 150 gold, which, to be fair, is quite a bit. And I guess this is where the gold sink comes in, and, you know, we had a bit of a gold sink because we had to buy stuff at the auction house, and this is a gold sink, and, I mean, maybe there's going to be a little bit more similar to this, which is... It's kind of the kind of stuff you can't really bypass, you know. It is 150 gold just bought from a merchant, and I guess you probably can't get it anywhere else, so you would have to buy this. So it is a gold cost that you just can't bypass in any way. So I do pick it up. Then I go to... I have two more things that I did talk about, and I want to just mention them real quick. So first of all, I talked a bit about how way back when we were in Darkshore, I talked about their graphical settings, like the graphical settings that are available in WoW, and how I thought ray tracing would be a kind of a cool addition to the game. Apparently it is in the game. Ray trace shadows are in the game. I can't use them because I have a 1080 Ti that doesn't have RTX cores, so I can't actually use ray tracing yet. Might pick up a GPU later if they're affordable-ish. But yeah, it's in the game, so I guess I retract my statement. It is in the game, and I don't need to add it anymore, which is kind of cool. And also, I noticed, apparently you can't mount on boats anymore, and unless I am being a complete idiot, which technically, truthfully, is very much a possibility, I think you used to be able to mount on boats, because I remember standing on a boat, and when the boat was almost at the location it went to, you would mount, because then you could immediately leave and you didn't have to mount up after you left the ship. And I guess they removed that, and I don't know why. My guess, and I think I talked about it in the video as well, my guess is that maybe in some way, like, people were abusing the ability to mount on a ship, and because of an exploit or something, they decided it's easier to just remove the ability overall, because it doesn't do too much, you know, like just being able to mount, it saves a couple seconds, it's like, whatever, but it must have been something like that, right? Because I can't think of a single logical reason why they would remove it, unless it was being abused in some way. So, I think that's most of the stuff that I talked about in the remaining part of this recording session. Now I'll cut back into me talking in real time. Okay, so for whatever reason, my Audacity decided that recording the audio was no longer relevant and it just randomly cut out. Now, fortunately, I didn't really talk too much about things, but we did lose some dialogue with the Shadow Lord, which I'll probably fix in editing or something. So, hello everyone, we're back, and we are ready to go talk to these people again. So, we have 4 quests that I think we all hand in to Gorziki. Look at this list. Look at that beautiful list, guys. Let's go. So, first of all, Zorothian Stardust. Have you been to Jaden REK? Did you get the Stardust from Lord Banehollow? There it is. I can hardly believe you got it. You must have struck a big deal with the Dreadlord, or else paid a large sum, or both. Morso will have his ink very soon, and then he can finally make the glyph parchment, so you can open up a portal to Zoroth and pull through it one of the famed Dreadsteeds. And then we get the quest Imp Delivery. There is one more process required for Morzul's parchment. I need paper infused with Zorothian Stardust, and I'm afraid I can't do that here. I don't have the equipment. There is an alchemy lab, however, with everything needed. It's in the Scolum. Wait, these Scolumans? Okay. On the Isle of Care, Darrow, and the Plague Lands. Guys, I know which dungeon we're gonna go to next. It's gonna be Scolumans, apparently, because the quest points me there, and I think I already have one of those quests, so that's quite nice. I can't make the trip, but here, take this jar. There's an imp inside who is quite clever. Let him out at the alchemy lab, and he'll infuse the parchment. So bring the imp in a jar to the... imp in a jar, that's kind of funny, actually. So bring it to the alchemy lab in the Scolumans. After the parchment is created, return the jar to Gorziki Wildice. Alright. So, yeah, imp in a jar. Cool. Next up, Bell of Devmora. You have those elixirs, EK? Morzul told me you need a Bell of Devmora, and making one of those takes a lot of shadow power. I do. I even had to buy one more because we accidentally used one. Very good. I hope these elixirs weren't too hard to get. Sometimes alchemists can be so miserly with their creations. I'll make the bell and keep it until you're ready for your ritual. And Wheel of the Black March. The Wheel of the Black March isn't easy to make and takes a lot of materials. Have you gathered them yet? Yes, we have. There they are. I hear that the dark iron ore is only found in the depths of Blackrock. Oh, so you even have to return to Blackrock to be able to mine it. That's really cool. And I'm sure these shards weren't easy to find either. I mean, I bought them off the auction house. They were kind of easy, but also quite expensive. I am often awed at the dedications you warlocks have. If you instead bent all that energy into the art of bug catching, oh, such a feast you would enjoy. Sorry, a small digression. I'll create a wheel and keep it for you until you are ready for the ritual. And then Doomsday Candle. Did you bring the dragon scales, EK? I don't want to start on the candle until I have them, or I might blow up the whole camp. Ah, very good. I'll need these to contain the fires of the candle. Now that I have the scales, I'll make the candle and hold on to it until you're ready to begin the ritual for the Circle of Greatest Summoning. Oh, and another new quest, Arc Knight. Now that the bell, wheel, and candle are made, I should make a black lodestone. During your ritual, you'll need that lodestone to maintain the other ritual objects if they should fail. To make the lodestone, I require arcanite. Do you have any? If not, then you'll have to get arcanite from an alchemist. Return to me when you have the arcanite, and then I'll make the black lodestone. So bring 3 arcanite bars to Golziki. Alright, so we now have 2 more quests. We have Imp Delivery, which we have to do in Skullman's, and we have Barov Family Treasure there as well. So that's kind of cool. So that's going to be the next objective. And then we have Arcanite, of course, which I guess I will once again try and bypass by going to the auction house. But yeah, we're making good progress. See, I have no idea how long this question is going to be, but something tells me we are getting pretty close. Like, I reckon we'll have to do this one. We'll have to do this one. I reckon we're pretty close to creating the portal or whatever. I do wonder, though, after creating the portal, do I actually go to, like, a Warlock-only area? And what does it look like? Like, I'm really curious. Like, is it like an alternate realm or something? You know, I'm quite happy that I picked Warlock because, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the impression that Warlock, and I guess maybe Paladin as well, but Warlock has so much additional class-specific content. Like, from my understanding, other people, they don't do a giant quest chain, they just buy it, which is a bigger gold sink. I much prefer this. Like, obviously the gold sink is probably more fun if you're playing through it for like the 17th time. But in my case, like going through it blind, having an actual quest chain here to earn it is really, really good. So, that was a whole bunch of quests done, and the inventory once again, whoop, is a bit emptier. Really nice. I guess I can vendor the shadowy potions. I don't, like, maybe I'll make a mistake here, maybe I'll need them later, but I feel like I probably don't. So, shadowy potions, bam, gone. And Shard of the Green Flame, bam, gone. And then Red Wolf Meat, gone. And coal, it's called 20 silver? Maybe I'll check out if that's actually true. So, you know, I'm still sitting on 330 gold approximately, which is still quite alright. So I don't know if there's more gold sinks upcoming, but I reckon we're quite good. Alright, so for the final part of this video, I'm just going to be talking a bit about some comments that you guys have left me. So if you, my viewer, are someone who's watching right now and you just care about my reactions to the game, my progression in the game, don't worry, you can leave freely. I'm just going to be talking comments right now. The timestamp probably will show quite a lot left because I'm thinking this is going to be a reasonably long section. But if you don't care about me responding to comments, then, you know, you are more than welcome to just leave, come back for the next video, and yeah, I'm going to just have a good time reading some comments. Okay, you guys still here? Okay, very good, very good. Now that we are alone, you know, now that only my inner circle is still here, let's have a bit of a chat. So, first of all, I just want to mention that I'm loving the super long comments you guys are leaving. You know, I ask for input. I ask for you people to respond to me, to interact with me, to leave comments. And my God, do you guys deliver? Like, there's like these long, like, walls of texts with, you know, a history of WoW and tips and just, like, reactions to everything I'm saying. And I'm not really responding that much in the comment section. So if you don't get a response from me, don't worry. It's not because I don't want to respond, but because I have too much to say in response, and I'd rather do it this way. So that's why I'm responding a bit less in the comments, but I want to bring it forth in the video. So let's just start, because I have a ton to talk about. So first of all, we have, and I'm going to try and pronounce this username, but I didn't do any preparations, and I know it's a difficult one. So we have Benutzername, I think, which is like username or something, maybe, I have no idea. And then there's 123. Very original, sir, I have to admit, or miss, I don't know. So he has, like, he left a comment. I'm just gonna refer to everyone as he, by the way, because YouTube tells me that 100% of my viewer base is men between 25 and 34. Don't know if it's true, but we all know everyone on the internet is a dude. So do with that information as you please. So, I'm going to refer to everyone as he on this channel, unless specified otherwise. So first of all, there's a really cool comment, and he left it on part 121, but my YouTube decided that showcasing the comment was you know, it was too good. The comment was too good, and it could not be shown to people. So YouTube was like, no, this one will be hidden. I literally had to go to my own video, sort by newest, and only when I sorted by newest would it show up. It's really weird. YouTube probably didn't like the links in it. So it should be on the screen right now. I should have edited it in. And let me start reading it. So there was also a pandemic during Vanilla WoW like 20 years ago. In Zul'Gurub, a 20-man raid, which has released in Season of Discovery like a week ago in Phase 5, the last boss would debuff people with a disease that did damage and spread to people around you. The debuff was supposed to be contained to the raid, but would also be cast on pets. Hunters, and maybe warlocks, could intentionally or not put away their pet when it had the disease, making the debuff stay, and bring it back out when they returned to a major city, spreading the disease to everyone. Since cities were full of people and it could also spread to NPCs, it kept going and going. It went so far that Blizzard had to shut down servers and apply a patch to make it playable again. This whole event and the player behavior during it was later studied by real-life scientists. He then linked something, and I'll open it up on the screen for you guys to see. I did do a little bit of preparation here. So on my browser, which is there, boop, you see WoW Plague video. So I'll just play it a bit. I guess I will mute it. Like, it's a video from 17 years ago, guys. 17 years ago. Yes, once again, we are old. It's just true. So what is happening here is this guy has the plague on him, I'm pretty sure, and I think you can see like this debuff up there on the bar. And every time he gets near someone, it ticks on people. And he also then shows this one, Baron Geddon goes on an auction house rampage. I think it's the same one. Actually, no, this is a different one. Hold on, this is a different one. I'll talk about this in just a moment. So he left a video as well in the comment talking about the detailed explanation as to what happened. And some of you probably know about this. I didn't know about this, so I thought it was super cool. So there's about an 8-minute detailed explanation video, which was done by some channel who I think covers like pandemic-related stuff or like documentary kind of stuff. And they wanted to do one on WoW because it was so similar to how pandemics work in real life. And the cool thing is the video goes in a lot of details, about 8 minutes long. I will put it in the description if I don't forget, so you guys can check it out as well if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend doing so. So what happened, as he mentioned in the comment as well, is the mini pet would come with you. Like you would, it would have the debuff. You would put it away. You would bring it to town. You would, well, let it out in town, and then when it's let out in town, it would start infecting everyone around you. And what happened is, the NPCs could also get infected. So you go to the auction house, you bring your pet out, the pet then infects the auction house vendor, but the NPCs couldn't die to this. So they were spreaders, guys. They were just spreading the disease to everyone who was interacting with the auction house. They would then be spreading it from there to the blacksmith and to the baker and spread it to other players. And like it would spread all across the world. And it was such a cool thing. And it's also, I think they call it asymptomatic, where you have the disease, like you're a carrier, but in the game, you didn't have a visual indicator for the debuff being on you, besides, I guess, the buff bar, but I don't think the buff bar was visible or something like that. I can't quite remember exactly what it said. But this means that people would be spreading into each other, and they would be trying to avoid each other. Like people were literally fleeing the cities to be able to escape this like pandemic, and people were like assigned like, hey, this guy is infected, so don't interact with this guy. But then of course, people who weren't infected, people would go and infect other people on purpose, because I mean, people are people. They'll be like, hey, I can fuck this guy up, so let me go infect him as well. And apparently it was so interesting. Like the reactions were so sincere, so realistic, that a couple of papers were actually done on this, and I thought that was just such a cool thing. And I had never heard of this, and I don't know if that's just because I've been living under a rock or something, but I'm very happy to have learned about this, because this is one of those cool stories that I will literally like remember for years to come, and I will tell to people, because I just think stuff like this is what makes MMOs so unique. Like this could never happen in any other type of game, because it doesn't have like the same level of real world simulation that an MMO has. And I just thought it was incredible. For more information, of course, do check out the video. It goes into much more detail and explains things much better than I do. But yeah, that was super cool. So, he continues. Not as impactful, but still funny. You could do the same thing with putting your pet away and bringing it back out in a major city on a boss in Molten Core, a 40-man raid, who would debuff random people and pets with a bomb debuff that would tick down for a few seconds before you go boom, and blast everyone around you. This wasn't as impactful though, since it was only a one-time blast instead of a disease that kept spreading on and on forever. Oh, important note, by the way, the big distinction, of course, between a pandemic in real life and a pandemic in an in-game world where people respawn is normally a pandemic, especially if it's a very dangerous, like very, very deadly disease. Like often very deadly diseases, they don't do very well because they kill their host before it can spread enough. And you know, at some point, like you can isolate it, it can die out. The people will die, of course, but like you can limit its spreading because it's so deadly. But in a virtual world where people respawn, like you can infect someone and then you respawn and you become infected again. So like people can like, you know, people, if you were at the spawn point, like you could be like repeatedly infected. And I think the way it worked as well is, you know, the buff was, it had a certain like flat damage, which to like a strong raiding character, like someone max gear and stuff, it would just be, you know, it's a bit of an annoying debuff. But to someone who's like, you know, a level 3 gnome wandering into Don Morok for the first time, looking to expand this backspace, definitely not using me as an example, it would probably like 2-tap him or something. So really, really cool. And then, of course, I also want to show you guys the video over here of the bomb thing. So, you know, he says, Baron Geron goes on an auction house rampage. So once again, you know, I'll let the video play while I take a bit of a sip of my drink because there's a lot of talking for me to do. So it's one of those like energy, like powdery drinks, which I haven't really had too much, but they tend to be quite good because I have to still get a gym workout in. You can see a bomb being thrown down, and here it goes in a second. Kaboom! I like how the FPS as well is just absolutely beautiful. It's probably like 14 or something. All right. So that was the first comment. It was the longest, well, the longest one I'll probably talk about, but that was the first one I wanted to talk about. So moving on, we have just a very simple one. It is by Zinzixik or something like that. Great video as always. Regarding threat, destruction spells generate a lot more than affliction, which yeah, I kind of had noticed that, which is just like the 2 and the 5, which sorry, the 2 and the 6, which is Shadow Bolt and Haunt for me, like they just generate a lot more. And also there's an add-on called LFG Bulletin Board that makes it easier to find groups. So I want to try and set it up between recording sessions, and I'll talk a bit about it maybe next time when I do have it set up. So moving on. We have Blackadder again. You know, this guy has been leaving wall of text after wall of text after wall of text, and I'm loving it, and we'll dive back in again. So, it's a story, and it's a cool story about why you should always speak the truth. So, here I was. Here I'm washing myself. No, here I was. In patch 1.4, a young orc, warlock. Just having reached level 60, the warlock class was not very popular back in the day. It was seen as a weird, weak mage, which I guess makes a bit of sense. When the game released, the class balance was very off, and some classes were barely finished in development. So every patch, the WoW devs would do a complete overhaul of one of the classes, and it would take a year or two to get everything close to some level of class balance. And yes, warlocks also got their time in the sun and be completely OP at some point. Also, guys, tell me more about that. I think actually I saw a Preach video, because I looked into a bit of Preach content, where he had like a the legacy off. And then you had like the core game, and then you had like TBC and etc. And I think I heard about like certain builds like being really good at some like certain points in time, and people like realizing warlocks were needed at some point. But I think the comments goes into that. So let me continue. But not yet. Warlocks were not popular. So despite being quite slow, it took me at least 3 months to reach level 60. I mean, it took me longer in Season of Discovery, but okay. I suddenly was like the 2nd or 3rd level 60 warlock on the Horde side. The game was young, and we had only 2 raids, Molten Core and Onyxia. And people had started Molten Core, and they found out they needed warlocks. More warlocks. And more. Because we can banish elementals, and you needed to banish a lot in the Molten Core. So, me and my in real life friend got Shanghai I feel like I've heard that word before, but I've never seen that word before. It's not like being dragged into it, like into the first raiding guild on the server without knowing what we got ourselves into, because I needed warlocks and healers. Oh my, what an experience. 2 weeks in and I was addicted. 40 people raiding, voice comms, 15 people shouting at the same time after the 5th wipe on Baron Geddon, and a raid leader trying to bring some method into the madness. Epic loot. Oh, it's 2 a.m. again? When can we go again? Tomorrow? Also, Baron Geddon, I think that's the guy we just talked about in the video who had like the bomb mechanic, right? I think that's the case. So, no, tomorrow we do Onyxia. Can you come tomorrow? Sure, he said. It's in Dustwall March. You are attuned, right? Of course. No idea what attunement is, but I'll figure it out tomorrow. I can go home early from work. And then he says, I got the Molten Core attunement by accident because it was so easy, I thought they would all be easy. So, next day. Holy crap, what the fuck, this attunement, it's ridiculous. Sorry guys, I can't come to Onyxia tonight. I forgot I have dinner with some old colleague friends. Oh, sorry, college friends. Next week. Sorry, my mom has her birthday. Next week. I'm not feeling too well. I think I played too much. Good luck with Onyxia tonight, guys. Next week. Blackadder, we have been disenchanting your epic tier 2 warlock headpiece 2 weeks in a row now. When will you join the raid? Oops, guys, I have something to say actually. Like, it's such a funny story to me, and I can see this happening because at some point, like you're in too deep, you know, like you've committed to the lie. See, you know, I generally don't lie, or well, I mean, not like big lies. You know, white lies are fine, but I try not to lie a lot when I can help it. But I do understand, you know, when you're in, you're in. You know, you can't backtrack. You know, you're in. Okay. So I respect this. And I fully believe that this story has happened, because this sounds like something very plausible. Okay, moving on. Another comment by Adder, and it starts with, by fire be purged. This is the battle cry of Ragnaros, the Fire Lord. Back in the day, we needed 150 to 200 fire resistance and 300 for the main tank. Also, by the way, Adder, can I just say, I quite like your way of writing comments. Like, they are kind of, like, in-universe RP immersive, yet still informative, and it draws a bit from like your experiences and stuff. But I quite enjoy the way you write them, because it kind of makes me feel like I'm in there, which is good. I don't know if you did something with writing or something, but I quite enjoy that. So you don't really need it anymore from Molten Core, and what you need you can get from enchantment and alchemy potions that you should buy before going to your raid. However, if you ever want to do some fancy solo stuff, the resistance gear can be cool to keep, because you can solo 5-man dungeon bosses with resistance gear. If, for example, they only do fire damage, like those fire elementals, you already encounters with enough fire resistance they can't really harm you much, and you can kill them without a healer. To be fair, this won't benefit you much in terms of material terms, but it can be a nice challenge, which maybe I'll look into at some point. Hey, my character starts waving. Cool. Omnicast boots, which, remember, I looted in, I think it was last video, used to be best in slot pre-raid. So they should still be a solid choice. They must have upgraded the 18 slot Onyxia bag to 20 slot, because they made these new 18 slot craftables. Back in the day, the max craftable bag for cheap was 16 slot, and that was already 1 mooncloth, which is 25 gold, or I guess was 25 gold back then, which you can only make once every 4 days. You could make 18 slot bags called bottomless bags, but those costed 12 mooncloth, which is 48 days of waiting with your tailoring, or paying 25 gold each, so 300 gold per bag, which is quite expensive. I still would have gone for it, but it's quite expensive. So now, when the 18 slot bags are 20 gold or less with a new recipe, the raid boss bags are not special anymore at 18 slots, so they made them 20 slots. And then we have some follow-up comments here. So once again, it's but not her name. I'll have to tune in here. I agree with you that in actual classic, you don't really need the resistance anymore from Molten Core. In Season of Discovery, though, they have added a heat level mechanic. There is 3 levels of heat with increasing difficulty that require 0 resistance for level 1, and 96 resistance for level 2, and 226 resistance for level 3 on everyone. Or you get close to one-shot by everything. Those are minimum values. More is good, but can't be a single resistance less. Don't be like me on the first week of Molten Core, one-off surely won't matter, and kept dying to everything that just looked at me funny. Yeah, I mean, it's a good learning experience, I guess I know at least. And then Blackhead responds with, oh nice, I love that they brought that back. It was nice to have something to work on, even if it was a bit annoying sometimes. The resistance gear chase kept old content useful for raiding guilds. So yeah, just a bit of information about how Molten Core works nowadays, which is quite interesting. Then we have Benotzanem again. He's been leaving a lot of comments because he's been going through like a lot of my older content. So I pulled some comments from there as well. So once again, he says, not sure if you figured it out already since I didn't watch the last 2 videos yet, which at this point he has. Thank you very much. But the green spirit something items are garbage and armor value is fully irrelevant as a warlock. So I don't actually know the green spirit something items. I can't remember what he's talking about. I probably should have looked it up before, but I can't remember what he's referencing here. But it's probably not very important. You mostly want spell damage, spell hit up to a point, and spell crit. The ring with fire resistance and stamina from the last boss would have been not bad to get some fire resistance going from Molten Core. The beard you got for the quest in Keranos is different than the one you need for Blackrock Depths, so there's no need to keep it, which is very good for me to hear. And, I often ask, like, hey guys, guide me, tell me what is the most fun path, and he says the only quests you really need are the attunement quests. Molten Core you already did, Onyxia at this point is done, and Blackwing Lair still has to be discovered. All the other quests are more or less optional, some might have semi-good rewards, but nothing mandatory. So I guess I'll just scan through all the rewards and see if there's stuff I like and how difficult they are to pick up, which I kind of did as well for Lower and Upper Blackrock Spire, to make sure I don't spend a lot of time working on something that doesn't really serve a purpose. Oh, and he added as well, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do them, just that they are not absolutely necessary. And then finally, we have a very long comment again, once again by Benotzanem. Am I saying that name correctly, by the way? Benotzanem. Is that the pronunciation? Please do correct me. I'm actually a bit curious now. I don't know. I think it's Benotzanem, but Benotzanem. Yeah, it's Benotzanem. Here we go. So, saying DD, which I talked about in the previous video. I talked about DD being said instead of DPS, and he says, is a thing on German servers for some reason. I don't understand myself. Since the paladin was speaking German at the end, and the mage's name is German and basically means jinxed, I assume they were just German guys using the term they're used to from German servers. In the Blackrock Depths Ring of Law, where different bosses can spawn randomly, one of them can drop an epic playchest item that was extremely good in Classic, but not that relevant in Season Discovery anymore. Farming that was sure painful. Those mobs that you killed when you tried to run back out come in big packs that are linked together. If you pull one, you pull the entire pack. Yeah, I kind of noticed that when I was like running around, which they were like the small like dwarven mobs that or were they dwarven? At least like the little like footman mobs that just completely swarmed me and tried to completely destroy me. Which they did. So Molten Core and Blackwing attunement are super simple and fast compared to Onyxia. You did the Molten Core attunement already by losing the core fragment in Blackrock Depths and tuning it to the elven guy who can now teleport you to Molten Core. The threat meter, and this is very important to me, the threat meter means your percentage of the threat of the current threat holder. While being in melee range, the mob will turn to hitting you instead of its current target at 110% and 130% while not in melee range to avoid confusion. Well, no, it's just to avoid confusion. Not if you are melee or range class, but where you are physically standing no matter your class. So, what this very simply means is, if I'm in melee range of the mob, if the threat meter goes over 110%, I take aggro. If I'm at range, and I'm assuming range is anything that is more than, like 1 or 2 characters distance, character model distances from the mob or something, like I guess it's like a pretty close proximity to check for melee, but I don't know exactly what it is. But then again, I'm never in that small range. Then it's 130%, and then I take aggro to make sure that casters don't just like take aggro constantly by accident, I guess. So for the Wild Offering guy to spawn, remember that's the Blackrock Depths guy who is like near the big golem guy. There's like a mob that spawns there. You need to kill 2 or 3, not 100% sure, bosses, and only after that he will spawn. Also, someone in your party needs an item to make him attackable since he's running around in some kind of ghost form, which I think we also saw a very similar thing with like a spider mob in Zul'Farrak at the end boss. I think there was also a spider there that we could kill, which I think was where we got our first Wild Offering. And I think we also needed an item to make him visible or something, I can't remember. So when people say the jailbreak quest is difficult, it's their memory from 20 years ago. In WoW's earliest days, nobody knew how to play properly, making everything feel a lot more difficult. Also, information on how to play properly and how to complete a quest was a lot more scarce and harder to obtain, especially with Season Discovery buffs on top nowadays. Jailbreak is not difficult at all. But yeah, I can definitely imagine it being a lot more difficult back in the day, especially during like original, well, classic, but I guess back then, you know, original retail. Original launch. The escort quest revealing Onyxia failed because you released Spirit and went to the graveyard, putting you out of proximity and automatically failing the quest. You can just let the NPCs do their thing, which in the end is what I did. Or you should die, wait until they complete their thing before you release Spirit. So I guess it was just a bit of a mistake, but hey, you know, whatever. I know now. I also noticed you sometimes don't send your Felguard into combat in dungeons. You have it set to defensive, which means it will only automatically attack if you are being hit by something. The standard hotkey to send it into combat manually should be Control 1. Yeah, so I know about this, and I use Control 1 like constantly. I always open up with Control 1 in like solo open world stuff, so I can, you know, have a bit of aggro onto my summon, and then take over aggro very shortly after. And I try and do it in a dungeon as well, but sometimes, especially, like, I feel like I use it generally when I'm engaging a battle, but I sometimes forget that when the target is dead, that I also need to manually retarget my summon. And I wish there was a way where I would say, I mean, maybe there is. Please do let me know if there is. But is there a way where I can say, if I'm attacking a target, you attack the target? Not if I'm being hit by the target, but if I am hitting a target myself, you follow up on that target. Which I think just works a lot better than when I'm being hit by a target, because then I don't have to manually do it, but he also won't aggro something that I don't want to be aggroing in the first place, because if I put him up to aggressive, you know, he's gonna think he's the main tank and pull mobs from everywhere. So yeah, I did not know exactly how that. I don't know exactly if there's any like better way to run that. I guess I should just become accustomed to always manually targeting him so that he, you know, he does well. I can also put him into aggressive, I guess, when I'm like in the middle of a fight, but then like I have the potential where the fight's over, I forget, and he's like wandering off, pulling the next group or something. So I guess I'll just have to get used to just manually targeting with the Felguard or with someone in general as well. Alright, please tell me my Audacity is still going. My Audacity is still going. Thank you very much, because I did not want to record this twice. First of all, because it's a lot of work. Like, it's like 30-40 minutes, I think, of just like blabbering onwards. But also, I want these reactions to be genuine, and I think that's more fun. Anyway, yeah, that is everything I wanted to touch upon. I think those are all the comments, so it's time for me to just go ham on editing and like get everything on the screen for you guys. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a, you know, I'm really liking doing these comment sections myself, and I'm really hoping you guys enjoy them as well, because I think keeping this back and forth going is what's making it super fun for me. But the sections, I do realize they're becoming very long. Like, I realize that, you know, if it's like 2 comments, like, oh, you know, like just put like 5 or 10 minutes into it. And I usually have them at the start of the video, but now I have them at the end. I don't know. I'll just keep putting them in, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So thank you so much for watching. I will probably be increasing the upload speed a bit next week, because that's when my vacation starts and I should have a bit more time. But for now, I'll try and stick to this 2 to 3 days per video kind of schedule, which I think is working quite well. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'm gonna go edit. And edit he did.